Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will enter the world crafted in Dracula by Bram Stoker. Dracula is a Gothic horror novel by Irish author Bram Stoker, first published in 1897. It is an epistolary work, meaning the story is told through letters, diary entries, newspaper articles, and other documents. The novel chronicles the efforts of a group of people to stop Count Dracula, a centuries-old vampire, from establishing a foothold in England. The novel explores themes of fear, power, sexuality, and the unknown, and has significantly influenced the modern image of the vampire in popular culture. Plot summary: Jonathan Harker, a young solicitor, travels from London to the remote Transylvanian village of Bistritz. He is en route to Castle Dracula to assist Count Dracula with the purchase of an estate in England. The villagers he meets express fear and offer ominous warnings about the Count, but Harker dismisses them and continues his journey. Upon arriving at the castle, Harker is greeted by Count Dracula, an imposing figure with a hypnotic presence. The castle is ancient and labyrinthine, filled with dark corridors and locked doors. Harker quickly realizes that he is more a prisoner than a guest. Dracula's strange behaviors, his aversion to mirrors, absence during daylight, and superhuman strength deepen Harker's unease. Harker discovers Dracula's secret. The Count is a vampire, a centuries-old creature who survives on human blood. As days turn into weeks, Harker's desperation grows. He observes Dracula's nocturnal habits, including his ability to scale walls and transform into various creatures. Harker's horror peaks when he finds Dracula's coffins filled with earth, necessary for his supernatural powers. Desperate to escape, Harker scales the castle walls and flees, eventually finding refuge in a convent where he recuperates from his ordeal. Meanwhile, in England, Harker's fiancée, Mina Murray, and her friend Lucy Westenra are enjoying a seaside holiday in Whitby. Lucy, a beautiful young woman with a delicate constitution, begins to suffer from mysterious symptoms: severe blood loss and strange puncture wounds on her neck. Despite proposals from three men, Arthur Holmwood, Quincy Morris, and Dr. John Seward, Lucy's condition worsens. Dr. Seward seeks help from his mentor, Professor Abraham Van Helsing, a doctor with extensive knowledge of obscure diseases and superstitions. Van Helsing quickly deduces that Lucy is the victim of a vampire. Despite their best efforts, using garlic, crucifixes, and blood transfusions, Lucy succumbs to Dracula's influence and dies. Soon after, she is seen wandering the graveyard, preying on children, confirming Van Helsing's diagnosis. Determined to save Lucy's soul, Van Helsing leads Arthur, Seward, and Morris in a grim ritual to destroy the vampire she has become. They drive a stake through her heart, behead her, and fill her mouth with garlic, thus freeing her from Dracula's curse. This traumatic event solidifies their resolve to hunt down and destroy Dracula. Mina, now married to Jonathan Harker, becomes involved in their quest. Dracula, however, is not content to let them thwart his plans. He targets Mina, who becomes his next victim, falling under his hypnotic influence. As Dracula's attacks on Mina intensify, Van Helsing and the others use her psychic connection to the Count to track his movements. They discover that Dracula, aware of their pursuit, is fleeing back to his castle in Transylvania. The group races against time, traveling across Europe to intercept Dracula before he reaches the safety of his lair. Along the way, they face numerous challenges, including an encounter with Dracula's thrall, Renfield, a patient at Dr. Seward's asylum who seeks to gain immortality by consuming life. Renfield's erratic behavior provides crucial insights into Dracula's plans, but ultimately leads to his death at the hands of the Count. In a final, desperate confrontation at Dracula's castle, the group battles Dracula's gypsy servants and the vampire brides who serve him. As sunset approaches, Harker and Morris manage to kill Dracula by driving a knife through his heart and slitting his throat. Dracula crumbles to dust, freeing Mina from his curse. However, the victory is bittersweet, as Quincy Morris succumbs to injuries sustained during the fight. The novel concludes with a sense of closure as the surviving members of the group return to England. Jonathan and Mina, now parents to a young son named after their fallen comrades, reflect on their harrowing experiences and the enduring power of friendship and courage in the face of unimaginable evil. Despite the lingering scars, They find solace in the knowledge that they have vanquished the ancient darkness that threatened to engulf them. If you loved this, don't stop here. Check out other books by Bram Stoker. You'll find them below or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Bram Stoker's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.